It felt like someone was like holding my neck. I had no doubt in my mind, this thing is here.
They were behind me in my ear, and he said, "Get out." I was terrified.
So for today's Sunday Scaries, we are going to talk about the house that we used to live in Peoria. Not a lot of things happened, but it's just, it's even to the point where I kind of forgot about a lot of this stuff.
This is also the same house that we talked about in the Annabelle episode, where my mom described like the Highway to Hell song turning on or whatever. It's the same house.
Yeah, I was going to like briefly mention that again too. Yeah, same house. Did you ever feel anything in that house or no?
I think I was just too young. Like, I know I was in high school, but I feel like in high school, you're not really paying attention to those things. Like, you're out with your friends, you're in school, you're studying. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have, like, I didn't have a lot of free time because I was, like, doing my own thing.
To be honest,
I
don't
did get,
remember.
like, a creepy vibe, but I never, like, heard or saw anything, I don't think.
It's just kind of weird because I don't remember you being there that much.
I don't either, but I know I was.
Yeah, where were you? Just, like, sports and stuff?
Maybe I was in a portal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long we were living there before I left for basic, but it was my senior year of high school. I hung out with friends. I had sports. I did have my own car, so I was probably gone a lot. I was going to CrossFit.
Oh, is this when you worked at Panera too?
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
I used to love that. You used to take me to work every day, and it was so cute. We would go to Panera first. You remember that? And then we'd get like an iced coffee.
So I would cook you, like I would pack you lunch. I would wake up early with you. Actually, I think I took you to work. I went to CrossFit. I came back, got ready, went to work. And yeah, that was my day. Those were like nice days. It was so relaxing.
So adorable too.
I know, it is really cute.
I miss that. That was fun. Like we got to talk on the way there, and we were just like got to know like the people at Panera, and it was just like oh, I really miss that.
I know. Yeah. Stop crying.
Shut up. Anyway, so yeah, I actually brought this up because I kind of forgot that these things happened, and it's if it is like how people do live in haunted houses and remain there, this makes sense because probably like 10 things happened, but they didn't happen all at once. So it's like it'll happen, then you forget, then it'll happen, you forget. So you kind of just like, it's not like a daily life kind of thing. The reason I think it's because of this house and not me, because people are going to be like, oh, it's sleep paralysis or whatever. But the reason I think it's this house is because it's never happened to me any other time in my life, only in this house. And it was like 2 years in this house, 2 or 3 years in this house. And that is the only time in my life. And then once we left that house, never happened again. And this is so strange. I would wake up in the middle of the night, dead asleep. The room was dark, and I woke up, my eyes were open. I was definitely awake because people are just be like, oh, you were just sleeping. 100% awake. And I would see these like orbs floating above me, but they weren't light. They were like made of sticks. It was really weird.
I remember you saying that.
Yes.
I forgot until just now.
Yes, like those pieces of decor at Home Goods. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it's a stick and people like put it on their nightstand or not nightstand, but like coffee table as decor. That's what it looked like. And it was like floating above me. And I was wide awake looking at this like, what is this? And it wasn't scary. Like I wasn't scared at all. Like not even a little bit. I was just like, okay, I'm definitely awake. I am definitely seeing this.
Have you ever looked up what that means?
I can't find it. But I have I had no doubt in my mind that's what I saw. And this happened probably like 10 times. And I was for sure awake. I remember like looking around and I'm like, am I going crazy? Is this like really what it happens when people wake up and they see things in the middle of the night? Because it was fully there. Like it wasn't like see-through or anything. It was like fully there. And then it would just go poof and disappear. And I was like, oh, okay. And then another thing that there was a red balloon. I remember that. So just like a red balloon floating in my room. And I'm like, okay, this thing is here. Like, I'm not imagining this.
I don't remember you saying that.
Yeah, well, I didn't really talk about it that much. It's one of those things that's like so weird that it's hard to tell people about. And
Yeah.
it wasn't scary. That was the other thing. You know, when people wake up in the middle of the night and they're like, oh, I woke up and I saw a woman in my room, and they're like scared. And it was never scary. I was just like, this is very strange. I can't
That's
believe I'm actually
weird.
seeing this. But I just like really didn't tell anybody except you. I don't know. It wasn't scary. It was just one of those things that just happened. But then one night I woke up and it felt like someone was pushing on my chest, like really hard. And my eyes were open. So that's another reason I don't think it's sleep paralysis. Because I think sleep paralysis, you're sleeping, right?
Mm.
But it was to
Well,
the point.
no, I do think that it
Your eyes.
is like what you're describing, but
Yeah.
it only happened to you once here, which is
Once and
scary.
at this house. It felt like
Mm.
someone was like like almost like sitting on my chest and like holding my neck where I couldn't breathe. Like I breathed in. I was like, but I like couldn't breathe out.
Ugh.
I thought like literally thought someone was in the room like choking me. And so I was like
Mm.
swinging at it like air, like trying to get whatever it was off of me, but there was nothing there, like literally nothing there. And then all of a sudden it was like, and it was off. And I was like, and I could breathe.
That's so scary.
I actually thought when it was happening that I was going to open my eyes and someone was going to be on top of me. Oh, that was the other thing. Another reason I don't think it's sleep paralysis is I was able to move my arms. I was like, I remember swinging at the air, like trying to get
Yeah.
whatever it is off of me.
Yeah, that's so scary. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So that
I had,
happened at the
like-
house.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with the computer, after I
Yeah.
we went and watched The Conjuring, came home, 3 a.m. This computer we never used for anything. And I talk about this in the Annabelle episode. A computer in our bedroom we never used for anything. It was off, no music on it, no anything. It basically just sat there just in case we needed a desktop computer for taxes or whatever. And 3 a.m, it comes on full blast playing AC/DC, like either Hell's Bells or Highway to Hell or something like that, for absolutely no
Yeah.
reason. I don't even like
That's so
AC/DC.
crazy.
It's definitely
Yeah.
not on some playlist. And we had no music on that computer. It was just, like I said, it was just used for like weird things like taxes and stuff. So strange.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder if we have any pictures of that house, and we should look at them.
We
and
do. We
see
should.
see if we could see anything. That'd be crazy.
Oh, I should. We definitely have pictures from that. I'm trying to think where it would be though. It's probably
'Cause
like
that
on
would be
Facebook. Like
creepy. Yeah.
I never go on Facebook, but I'm sure, like it was a long time ago. So I'm sure there's
Yeah.
Facebook pictures.
I think I have some of them on Facebook. But it would be crazy if we saw like a face in the window or something, or the orbs that you're talking about.
Yes. So I wouldn't mind now. If I saw it at the time when I lived there, I wouldn't like it. But now I think it'd be
Yeah.
like really cool if we saw something.
I think you also mentioned footsteps. Like sometimes you would hear footsteps in the hallway.
Oh, no. It was just one time. I was taking a
Oh.
nap and it sounded like a little kid running down the hallway. It was like, and I looked out there and
Little
there was
kid
no
with
one
the
there. So I thought
balloon?
maybe a Zaria, but it sounded lighter. It sounded like a 4-year-old or something, like a little kid, like a toddler
Yeah.
running down the hallway. And I like looked out in the hallway. I'm like, what was that? And then there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So I went
Ghost
back
children
and
are
took my nap.
creepy. I had like kind of an instance, and like actually this is kind of crazy. Maybe it was like it just followed the people that we were with too. Because like at the time, like here's my thought process. I kind of think it's like it's maybe a sign or like your way of knowing like you need to get out of the situation, because the only time that has happened to me, well, it did happen twice, and it was with people that I shouldn't have been with. You know what I mean? Like it was with bad people who like made me feel bad about myself, and I think something probably could have happened. But it was when I lived in Missouri, and I was with someone who like was just, they were fine as a person to their family, but they were just like not fine to me, or like, you know, it was like
Yeah, that
a
happened.
bad
lot.
situation, I guess. Yeah. And I very distinctly remember there was one night in particular, like I always had bad dreams whenever I was with him. And I did kind of think it was the house. But whenever I was with him, I would have like bad dreams at least once a week. And there was one very specific night where I remember having a bad dream and I couldn't wake up from it. And it felt similar to what you're describing, except I just couldn't breathe. It didn't feel like anyone was sitting on my chest or choking me. But I remember it was like some bald person that I had never seen before. And they were like coming at me very slowly. And then all of a sudden they were behind me in my ear. And he said, "Get out." And that was like the scariest thing to me because I was like, oh my God. And then I woke up and I did the same, like, like I could breathe again because it felt like I was holding my breath the whole time. It was like so creepy. And
That like
so
gave me tears.
I know.
I literally started getting tears.
I was terrified. And then I woke up crying as one would.
As one does.
That was the scariest dream, but I always had like some kind of nightmare over there. And I just really think that it's based on the energy that the person you're with is also giving you. Because I know that you were in a bad place too. So there was a lot in that house that I don't personally remember, but I do remember you telling me a couple of those things. And when you said the thing about the sticks, I completely forgot about that.
And that was the thing. Like I said, it happened infrequently, so it wasn't something that I was like talking to people about. It was just kind of a weird thing that happened. I'm like, this is so strange, but
people would probably think you're crazy if you went up and told them, like, yeah, I see sticks and balloons.
Yeah. And I did tell a couple people. But it's so hard to explain. And then people are just like, oh, you're just waking up from a dream or whatever. It's like, I'm telling you, I was awake.
Yeah.
Like zero doubt. Because I even thought I am awake. When it's happening, you're like, what?
And you swung. Like, I feel like in sleep paralysis, you can't move. Yeah.
I was definitely moving because I was like this, like to get someone off me.
That's so scary.
But yeah, so
yeah, good episode.
Yeah, thanks.
We will see you guys next week for whatever Wednesdays.
All right, see you guys then.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.